Good day everybody, we are expected to integrate this question. So foremost, I want to convert this into product form. So foremost, let me just let I be equal to this, and we will consider e raised to the power of 3x positive 6 times e raised to the power of 2x positive 11 times e raised to the power of x positive 6. Rewrite this as e raised to the power of x raised to the power of 3 positive 6 times e raised to the power of x raised to the power of 2 positive 11 times e raised to the power of x positive 6. Let me take u to be as e raised to the power of x. If I were to do that, this can be rewritten as u cubed positive 6 times u squared positive 11 times u positive 6. I want to factorize this, so I will use synthetic division. So let me write the coefficient of u cubed, which is 1, coefficient of u squared, which is 6, coefficient of u, which is 11, coefficient of the constant term, or just the constant term, is 6. Now let me try negative 1. So bring this 1 down. 1 into negative 1 is negative 1. Add negative 1 to 6, you get 5. Negative 1 into 5 will give you negative 5. Add 11 to negative 5. You get 6. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. You get 0. So u is equal to negative 1 is a root, right? So this would mean the quotient we have now here is u squared positive 5 times u positive 6. Now you take it as an equation, equate it to 0, and then you use quadratic form. Now a is equal to 1, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to 6. So this is going to be u is equal to negative b plus or minus root of b squared negative 4ac divided by 2 times a. So this will give us negative of 5 plus or minus root of b squared 25, 4a is 1, c is 6 divided by 2 times a. This is negative 5 plus or minus root of 25 negative 24 divided by 2. So this is going to give you negative 5. 25 negative 24 will give us 1. Root of 1 will be 1. So 5, negative 5 added with 1 divided by 2. That's going to be 4 divided by 2, which is going to be equal to 2. That's one part. Then the next part is negative 5 negative 1 divided by 2 is negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. So we have the roots as u is equal to 2 and u is equal to negative 3 and u is equal to negative 1. So if you were to factorize this, so this is going to be u positive 1 times u negative 2. Oh, this is not going to be negative 5 added with 1 will give you negative 4. 2 will divide negative 4 negative 2 times, so this is negative 2. So this is going to be positive 2 and then positive 3, right? So this in turn would mean in place of u, you substitute e. So this is e raised to power of x positive 1 times e raised to power of x positive 2 times e raised to power of x positive 3. So we have written everything in product form. So this integral, let me use the next page. So this integral, hence if I were to take this as say sum 1, okay, hence 1 can be rewritten as I is equal to integral 0 to infinity 6 times the dx divided by e raised to the power of what's the product there? That's 1, right? E raised to the power of x positive 1, 2 and 3. So write that. So this is going to be e raised to the power of x positive 1, e raised to the power of x positive 2 and e raised to the power of x positive 3. So this is what we have got. Okay. So now what I wish to do is I would like to consider the quantity in partial fraction. So I'm going to take this as 1 over e raised to power of x positive 1 times e raised to power of x positive 2 times e raised to power of x positive 3. I'm going to rewrite this as a over e raised to power of x positive 1, b over e raised to power of x positive 2, and c over e raised to power of x positive 3. So if you were to product multiple the quantities, you get 8 times e raised to power of x positive 2 times e raised to power of x positive 3, positive b times e raised to power of x positive 1 times e raised to power of x positive 3, positive c times e raised to power of x positive 1 times e raised to power of x positive 2. This is what you get, and on the left you have 1. Now what I'm going to do is I will have to find the values of a, b and c. Okay, so for that you can either distribute it, or you can make the terms one of the terms to be equal to 0. You can make this to be equal to 0 and this to be equal to 0 and this to be equal to 0, and taking one at a time, and you can simplify it. So let's do that. So this is what we have got so far, and we proceed. So over here we put e raised to power of x is equal to negative 2. This will vanish, this will vanish. Over here you will get b of negative 1, because negative 2 added with 1 will give you negative 1. Over here negative 2 added with 3 will give you positive 1. You have a 1 here, right? So this would mean negative b is equal to 1, therefore the value of b is equal to negative 1. That's the first part. Next you put e raised to power of x to be equal to negative 1. So b goes off, c also will go off, a will be there. So this will be a of negative 1 added with 2 will give you 1, negative 1 added with 3 will give you 2. So a will be equal to 1 over 2. Next you take e raised to power of x to be as negative 3. Now this will vanish, and this will be retained. So you have negative 3, that's going to be c of negative 2, negative 3 added with 2, that's going to be a negative 1. So therefore you have c is equal to, or I would say positive 2 is equal to 1. Therefore c is equal to 1 over 2. So this is what you've got. So you got two positive values, 1 over 2, 1 over 2, and 1 negative value. Okay, fair enough. So if I were to take this as 2, therefore using 2, we get, what do we get? I is equal to 6 integral 1 over 2 times dx divided by e raised to power of x positive 1. b is negative 1, so negative dx over e raised to power of x positive 2, and 1 over 2 dx over e raised to power of x positive 3. So this is what you've got. So now what you have to do is you will have to integrate this. Now what I want to do is I want to adopt a specific pattern. I'm going to rewrite this. Okay, you have a 6 there, let me put 6 over there. I'm going to rewrite this as 1 positive e raised to the power of negative x and e raised to the power of negative x times dx. I'm going to rewrite it like this. Now if I were to rewrite it like this, you see this will go down. You get e raised to the power of x positive 1 divided by e raised to the power of x, and that will get cancelled with this. So fair enough, right? So I will utilize that same concept for everything. So in this case it's going to be negative, and I have to get e raised to the power of x positive 2. So for that I will rewrite this as 1 positive 2 times e raised to the power of negative x. So this will be 2 over e raised to the power of x, and that will be neutralized with this e raised to the power of x times dx. So similarly you have 1 over 2. I can rewrite 1 over 2 like this, and then this is 1 positive 3 times e raised to the power of negative x. Okay, and you have e raised to the power of negative x times dx, parenthesis. So we have to integrate this. So let me go back over here and integrate it. Of course, see, the limits are 0 to infinity. I have not written the limits, but you can add them. 0 to infinity, 0 to infinity. We have not made any substitution that will affect the integral limits. So 0 to infinity will remain as it is. So now time comes to integrate this. So this is equal to 6 is always out. Now how do we, let me rewrite this. So 1 over 2 e raised to the power of negative x times dx divided by 1 positive e raised to the power of negative x, and then negative 1 positive 2 times e raised to the power of negative x, e raised to the power of negative x times dx, then 1 over 2 e raised to the power of negative x dx divided by 1 positive 3 times e raised to the power of negative x. Okay, so this is what we've got. Okay, so and then okay, parenthesis is here. You have the parenthesis. So now I have to integrate this. Let me consider this first. Consider e raised to the power of negative x divided by 1 positive e raised to the power of negative x. So let me take 1 positive e raised to the power of negative x is equal to sum t. I differentiate this, I get negative e raised to the power of negative x times dx is equal to dt, which means e raised to the power of negative x dx is equal to negative dt. I'm not going to test the limits as yet. Just retain the limits. Don't touch it. So in place of e raised to the power of negative x times dx, this is going to be negative dt divided by t. Okay. So now this is going to be negative ln of t. You can place a modulus sign. So which is nothing but negative ln of 1 positive e raised to the power of negative x. So this is what we've got. Okay, fair enough. So you can take this and substitute it here. So I will make the substitution at the end. So similarly, if I were to integrate this, you have e raised to the power of negative x divided by 1 positive 2 times e raised to the power of negative x dx. So let 1 positive 2 times e raised to the power of negative x be equal to sum t. So this is negative 2 times e raised to the power of negative x dx is equal to dt. So e raised to the power of negative x dx is equal to dt over 2 with a negative sign. So this will be 1 over 2 with a negative sign and dt divided by t, which is going to be negative 1 over 2 times ln modulus 1 positive 2 times e raised to the power of negative x. Now similarly, for the other quantity e raised to the power of negative x dx divided by 1 positive 3 times e raised to the power of negative x, this is going to give you negative 1 over 3 ln modulus 1 positive 3 times e raised to the power of negative x. Now what we have to do is we have to go and substitute these quantities. So I hope you are watching. Let me go to this side of the space here. So this is equal to, let me retain the 6 as it is. I have a 1 over 2. So in place of the first quantity, I have negative ln 1 positive. So it's going to be negative ln 1 positive e raised to the power of negative x, followed by a negative sign. That's for second quantity. So for second quantity, what do you got? In place of this, you got negative 1 over 2. So already you have a negative 1 over 2 ln modulus 1 positive 2 times e raised to the power of negative x. That's for second quantity. For the third quantity, okay, 1 over 2, you have negative 1 over 3. So negative 1 over 3 ln modulus 1 positive 3 times e raised to the power of negative x. Okay, this is the third quantity and the parenthesis. Now we will have to simplify this. So this is equal to negative, I'm going to retain 6 as it is. So negative 1 over 2 times the ln modulus 1 positive e raised to the power of negative x, negative negative positive 1 over 2 times ln modulus 1 positive 2 times e raised to the power of negative x, and this is negative 1 over 2 and 1 over 3 is there. Okay, so 1 over 2 times 3 times the ln modulus 1 positive 3 times e raised to the power of negative x. So this is what we've got, and the parenthesis goes there. Okay, of course the limits are there, 0 to infinity. Now we will have to process this and write it as a one term, or I would say as a compact term. That's important. Okay, so how do we do that? Can we club these two together? If I were to club these two together, I would have to make some if you want directly, you can apply the limits. Okay, 0 to infinity is the limits. If I were to apply the limits directly, let me just directly apply the limits rather than going up in making some simplification. So this is going to be ln. Now I apply e is equal to infinity, negative infinity, right? That's going to give me 1. Y is going to give me 1. This is e raised to the power of negative infinity, which is nothing but 1 over e raised to the power of infinity. This is going to be a large quantity, right? So what is this going? So this is going to give me 0, right? This will give me 0. So this, okay, so this is going to be, each of the quantities have got two limits. So upper limit minus lower limit. So I will have to substitute the upper limit. Upper limit will give me ln 1, okay, minus the lower limit, e raised to the power of 0, e raised to the power of 0, negative 0, positive 0, does not matter, you get 1 there. So this is going to be ln 2. Okay, that's for the first part. Now second part, 1 over 2 ln, this is going to be 0, right? I already mentioned to you, this will give us 0, so this will be ln 1 minus ln, this is going to be 1, so this is going to be ln 3. So that's going to be a second part. Negative 1 over 6, 2 into 3 is 6. And parenthesis ln 1 minus 0, e raised to the power 0, that's going to give me 1. So that's going to be ln 4. Okay. So this is what I have got. So now this is equal to 6 times ln 1, this is off, ln 1, this is off, this quantity is off. So what you got? Negative, positive 1 over 2 ln 2, and then negative 1 over 2 ln 3, and then negative, positive 1 over 6 ln 4. This is what we've got. Okay. Now you can take 1 over 2 out, and this is ln 2 minus ln 3, and this is ln 4. Let ln 4 be as it is. Now this is going to be 6, 1 over 2 ln 2 over 3 plus 1 over 6 and ln 4. Now when 6 enters in, if I were to have 6 coming in, this is going to be 3 times ln 2 over 3 plus ln 4. This is what I'm getting. So if I were to take, if you want to rewrite this as ln 2 over 3 divided by 3 over 3 plus ln 4, this is going to give me ln 8 divided by 3 3s are ln 27 and multiplied with ln 4. Okay. I would say, instead of saying multiply by ln 4, I will add it as ln 4. So you can group these together. So this is going to be ln 8 times 4 divided by 27, which is going to be ln 32 divided by 27. So this is a beautiful solution. So this is the answer to this question. So you can check it out and see for yourself. So this is addition here. Okay, ln 4 is being brought in and this is adding the quantities, and you get ln 32 over 27, which is the answer we should get. Thank you everybody. Please like, share and subscribe.